All right then. All right then. It's 11:49 p.m. 11:49 p.m. and it's uh the last 11 minutes of June 25th, 2021. Now, let me to elaborate what happened last night. If you was on the Prophet of Thoughts channel last night and you heard me debating uh hood conservative and some of y'all was questioning why I left so soon. Well, let me say something. My laptop was losing battery, so that's why I ended the way it did. But here's the thing. That happened at the last 5 minutes. Oh, you missed it. I'm gonna show you where I was talking about. Let me show you the channel what I was referring to. Let me see. I'm gonna give you the I forgot to put this in the description box, but let me give you the link. I'm gonna give you the link of this. And let me put it right here. See, y'all gonna have to act like that y'all some good debaters on here. Y'all gonna have to, yeah, it's on this show right here. The link I just put in the chat room is when I pulled up. And I pulled up, and I'm glad that I pulled up. And I was late pulling up because I was busy with something else. You know, I got issues that I need to pull. But anyway, back to the point. If you're going to debate somebody, make sure you have make sure you have notes. Make sure you're prepared to debate. Make sure what you have is studies, charts, um, laws, legislation, news clippings. Make sure you have all of that, right? Before you try to issue a challenge to anybody for a debate. Now, hood conservative, you got to try better than that. You said the black woman was the downfall of black society. Dude, I gave you some clips. I gave you some news stories. I gave you some laws. I gave you who said what, some quotes. And here's the thing, hood conservative, you didn't know what 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 I put out. Like the fact though. See, the thing is, when you don't know anything, this is no longer a debate. I'm going to quote John Henry Clark. I'm going to quote John Henry Clark. I don't debate with anyone. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach. Hood conservative. I thought though you was my equal. I thought you Negroes were my equals. But we were talking about the downfall of the black community or the black community, right? I thought that we were talking about the downfall of black society. What's going on, Pure Butterfly? What's going on? No. I came in at the last hour, so Bailey. I came at the last hour of that live stream. last night. But go ahead and listen to it, and you'll see how funny, ridiculous it is. I said, look, you can't blame black women in their being proficient, of them being more educated than their male counterpart, and them having Cadillac commercials and all that for their own issues. And they are taking over the in y'all's eyes, they took over the Democratic Party. And you're right. You're right to that degree. Black women had took over the Democratic Party. That is, if for all intents and purposes, that's one thing you're right about. The black female is the backbone of the Democratic Party. However, that's only one thing you're right about. According to the demographics that make up the Democratic Party, and demographics between what creates other political parties. But here's the thing, though, dude, you forgot about something. When you sit there and talk about black men being kicked out the household, I asked you where you got it. You said you got that from the movie Claudine. You said you got that from the movie Claudine. You said Claudine, a movie that was made in 1974. A movie that was made in 1974 suggests that black men was being kicked out of the household by the government, by the welfare office. But here's the thing: when I came out there with the Supreme Court case, when I came, yeah, when I came out there with that Supreme Court case, you tried to sit there and try to overlook the Supreme Court case. Now look, Claudine came out. Let me say this again. Let me say this again. Hood conservative. Claudine came out in the movie. Claudine came out in 1974. The Supreme Court case that bans the welfare office of kicking men out the household, that was 1968. Now, let's name the states that was using the welfare program to kick quote unquote black men out of the household so women can get welfare checks. I said California. I said New York. Now y'all sit there and y'all say that y'all are conservative. But I told y'all, well, who was running these states? California, New York, Illinois. Wait a minute. Who was running these states in the late 60s when that was kicking when certain state governments was kicking men out of the household? And that whole kicking the man out of the household, that did not last long. Because the Supreme Court came in and shut that down. That only lasts by what, 4 years at least, until the government said, y'all can't kick the man out the household. Ronald Wilson Reagan is a conservative. That's New York. No, excuse me. That's he was governor of California. In New York, you had Republican by name of Nelson Rockefeller. Oh my goodness. Then in Pennsylvania, you had Hugh Scott. Wait a minute. So you got Hugh Scott in Pennsylvania, Ronald Wilson Reagan, yes, President Reagan, out there in California, you got Nelson Rockefeller in New York. Wait a minute. These are the same states that kick men out the household. But then though, y'all want to blame the liberals for the shit. But then though, instead of you having a back-to-back conversation, you still went ahead and say, Big J, you're being a feminist. Big J, you're part of a Black Lives Matter. Big J, you are what you call it? You call me a left wing loon. Wait a minute. Nowhere in my statement I say anything. And then though, then you and Supreme King Coon, what's his name? SKC going to call me, going to say, well, you voted for Joe Biden. Wait a minute. Ain't nowhere in my statement where I say anything about voting for any presidential candidate. Y'all put presidential candidates in y'all's conversation. I came in there to correct y'all on y'all stupidity. And I'm glad though some of y'all who's in that chat room at Teapot's channel voted for me. I'm glad some of y'all who's in that chat room voted for me. I'm glad of that. Because I was in enemy territory. I was in enemy territory and I picked off some of y'all supporters off from y'all. See, I said I'm good. That's why I did the Ric Flair. Woo. See, I wish there were 2-3 more people like myself that actually study, law or study or read up on or do research and shit. Because the problem is y'all only go by what somebody else tells y'all. If BIGJXXX tells y'all something, y'all repeat what he says. If Angry Man says something, y'all repeat what Angry Man tells y'all. If Obsidian says something, y'all will repeat what Obsidian would tell y'all. But when I came in there to tell y'all with a Supreme Court case that happened in 1968, and the only argument y'all sit there and told me was the movie Claudine. A movie. A fictional movie. That's like me saying, well, Gotham City is real. That's like saying Metropolis is real. That's like me saying the planet Krypton is real. That's like me telling that hold on. That's like me saying, oh, Central City is real. Those areas are what? That's like saying Atlantis is real. Those are cities in DC Comics. They don't exist. So you're going to use a fictional movie, a movie that was made in 1974. Where's Batman, Superman? Batman's in Gotham. Superman is in Metropolis. But the thing is, those cities don't exist. But to sit there, well, yeah, you're right. Let me say, yes, Gotham City is real. Yeah, you're right, Blacklight. Yeah, you're right. Gotham City is real, but New York was called Gotham back in the 1700s. So you are right. New York City was called Gotham back in 1800. I forgot, before they changed the name. But anyway, that's you're right, Blacklight. You're right. You're right about Gotham. But the thing is there such thing as a planet Krypton? Nope. Is there such thing as the planet as the Green Lantern Corps? No. So why would any individual will use a movie for an intellectual debate? And I'm sitting there shaking my head on that. An intellectual debate. And that's all he went to. Claudine changed changed the culture. I mentioned the gold shock of 1971 that helped make a lot of middle class people who worked in the middle class. Yeah. Actually, Wacky, you're right. Actually, Wacky, you're right. The fictional Gotham City is in New Jersey. Yeah, the Gotham City that's in DC Comics is in New Jersey. I think. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Depends on which depends on which universe. I think Gotham and Metropolis are twin cities. Well, if you watch Batman v Superman, but those are twin cities. And I think though they're like 100 miles apart or something like. And Metropolis is supposed to be in Delaware or something like that in DC Comics. But anyway, that's let's let's get back to the topic itself. Yeah. If you research DC Comics, Gotham, the Gotham City that's in the comic books is in um the Gotham City in the comic books is in middle New Jersey, while uh while Metropolis is in Delaware. Anyway, not I'm sorry, not in Delaware. Not a Delaware. It's in wait a minute, Massachusetts or something. I've got what it is. I've got Connecticut or something like that. I forgot where it's on the coastal cities, coastal city, north of New York or something like that. Anyway, back to the back to where I was going at. Yes, Metropolis supposed to be in Delaware. Yeah, okay. Well, okay, yeah, but like the movies that change it. But anyway, let's get back to. I got to get back to this point here. I mentioned the Ghost Shock 1971 that made a lot of men. Okay, I was right about the first time for Delaware. Okay. Now the movies that said it in anyway. This idea of making a fictional issue, a fictional movie to prove something is true. And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. In 1971, there was a thing called the gold shock, where the money was put on fiat, and the money did not increase the wealth that it was supposed to be, well, that was supposed to do, and it backfired. And that's why a lot of people who worked in the steel industry in Pennsylvania, Ohio, the Midwest states, they lost jobs, and also brought the oil crisis and all that. Oil crisis came to be, and more people started to opt in for Japanese and German cars. So that's why a lot of black men who didn't have a high school education, black men who didn't have a high school education, they was working at GM, they was working at Chrysler, they was working at Ford, they was working at these subcontracting jobs that surrounded these three companies, especially it's the steel industry that was feeding steel, that was giving steel towards the car industry. But you tell these Negroes that, well, the movie Claudine. Wait a minute, dude. What do Claudine have to do with Richard Nixon trying to um manipulate the economics? What does the oil crisis in the 70s? Uh, what do Claudine have to do with the oil crisis? The oil crisis has something to do with black men being unemployed. It helped kick black men, from Detroit to Buffalo. Thank you. Any state along the Mississippi, and also during in the Great Lakes were affected. But if you tell these Manispherian dudes real history, and real evidence, they act like though what you're saying is, oh, you got your evidence, you got your talking points from the Democratic Party. I say, what? Yeah, man, you got that from feminists. Really? Well, okay, well, can like you please name a feminist where I got my talking points from? Because the last time I talked to some of feminists, they never told me about anything about Nixon shock, the Nixon gold shock of 71. They ain't talking about nothing about, how black men became, how men in general become unemployed during the 1970s. It shows that a lot of y'all just dumb. I'm sorry. So that's why instead of debating you, who's assertive, I came to teach you. I came to teach because anything when somebody tell y'all something, y'all the go-to word is feminist. That is y'all's go-to word. Oh, so-and-so is a feminist. So-and-so is this, that, and third. I'm like, dude, can y'all find something else to say? Because like y'all actually boring me. Y'all actually bored me saying the same shit. And I'm gonna say this too. You're going to have to, if you're going to issue out debates, right? You talking about, well, I accept all comers. I accept all comers. You know. Now who is the bigger fool here? Me or you? Because you the one out here talking about I'm calling out all comers to debate me. And you sat there for like 2 hours complaining about women, complaining about the black woman, complaining about seeing single mothers. You're talking about, well, I was born in 1981. Well, nigga, who cares? Because you talking about, well, it started a cultural thing. Claudine started a cultural thing. That would Claudine didn't start shit. See, all it shows that y'all have a low vibration. Oh, Caroline, what's going on, girl? What's going on? What's going on? I see you going out. I see you going after somebody. Y'all can't debate me. Y'all can't. That's why BIGJXXX can't stand me. That's why BIGJXXX can't stand me. Because remember that debate I had with BGS about 4 or 5 years ago. He still can't stand me. See, BGS is only going to say one thing. Oh, let's blame it on women. Let's blame everything on the fucking woman. Instead of talking about the circumstances. You can't blame shit on women. The thing is, it's the circumstances that created the problem. There was outside certain. I'm not talking about white supremacy either. I'm not coming here talking about white supremacy. I'm talking about the circumstances of the economics of the late 50s onto the early 80s started, created the condition that, so you can't blame that on the women and the woman and all that shit. Let me tell you something. How can you sit there and talk about, you want to quote Malcolm X about black society when when the same Malcolm X said black women are the most disrespected group in America. And y'all, and while y'all talking about Malcolm X and shit, but guess what? Y'all doing the same thing. Y'all disrespect black women. And let me say something too, though. Hood conservative. Here is the thing. When I mentioned Diana Davidson, right? And how Diana Davidson and the Lighthouse Project and what else? The Lighthouse Project and the Honey Badger Radio, the women from the what y'all call the white manosphere, which y'all call the white manosphere. Well, anyway, y'all sit there and say, well, Big J, you're right, Big J, because Diana Davidson freed black men out of jail. I told this hood conservative that right? Hood conservative that right? But then I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, Negro. But I told him, look, those are white women freeing black men out of jail. I'm saying this one more again. These are white women using their donation money to help black men out of jail in Canada and the United States, especially in Canada, right? But here was the thing. But instead of you in SKC, instead of both of y'all see it for what it is, instead of y'all looking at it for showing of your lack of doing, y'all turn it around. Y'all try to turn around my argument to mean, well, that's what something what black women should do in this sector. Wait a minute. You said black women are not freeing black men out of jail in this sector. You too, Negro. You're dumb. That's not what I said. That's not what I meant, Negro. What I meant to say, what I was trying to get you to understand, Negro, is this. That's your job to free other black men. That's your job. That should be Obsidian's job. That should be O'Shea's job. That should be Angerman's job. That should be BIGJXX's job. How can y'all call yourselves manosphere and not one black man has been helped out? Not one black man was helped out among y'all. Y'all didn't say, hey man, I'm gonna donate money. We got a free brother so-and-so out of jail. Y'all didn't do that. But then though you hood conservative gonna say, well, Big J, that's what black women on YouTube should do. No, that's your job. And the only reason why I use Diana Davidson because Diana Davidson has used her YouTube donations to help people out. Y'all hadn't helped people out. That is the point. And then when that failed, you went right back to the movie Claudine. It says right, and when I actually laughed at your answer, you went right back to the movie Claudine. That's why I put the link in the chat room. And since I'm put the link in the chat room again, so like y'all can watch it as it unfolded. That was just dumb. But I actually became the villain. I actually became the villain over there, man. Now, Now, I'm gonna say right now. No, who in here going to sit there and debate me now on this shit? See, you the one calling for a debate. You out here talking about is there any, I have an open challenge. You the one who said you have an open challenge. But you out there complaining to me about me. But wait a minute. You had an open challenge. I just happened to show it up. I happened to pull up on your ass. And no, don't come to me talking about, oh, Big J, you starting some beef. No Reg, bad guy. No Brian, XXX. I ain't beefing with Hoodservative. So don't even try to come up there with that bullshit. I'm beefing with people, nigga. A lot of people surveilling. A lot of people. Now though, I'm supposed to be part of a political party. Now I'm supposed to be part of a gender movement. Now I'm part of Black Lives Matter. Now, yeah. I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, I'm part of Black Lives Matter now. Since when? Since when? SKC. Since when I've been a part of Black Lives Matter? Since when I've been a part of Black Lives Matter, dude? See, the problem is though, y'all don't have an inkling of what is nuance. Yeah, I might agree with a certain position. Does that mean that I'm a part of a political party or a part of a certain movement? Just because though I put my boot on the manosphere neck, does that mean though I hate my own? Oh, everybody, subscribe to Carolina. Subscribe to Carolina's video channel. Right there, y'all. Sub to her channel. Anywhere. And I'm sitting there like, you know, instead of debating what I said, instead of talking about what I said, y'all want to accuse me of being part of something. See, y'all got to do better than that. Don't sit there and call for thunder and expect no lightning, nigga. Do not sit there, dude, and say, I want the smoke. I want the smoke. Well, if somebody's bringing you the flames, don't complain. And you was the one being emotional. Wait a minute, dude. You said women are emotional creatures, men are logical. Wait a minute. Okay. That's a part of y'all's argument, right? That's a part of y'all's argument that women are emotional and men are logical, right? Then tell me something. Then how come hood exervative? How come hood conservative? That when I was giving you laws, stats, quotes, government policy, you increase in the volume of your voice. And then though you start to go, then that you start talking in circles, and you was being so frustrated. And then though you brought the movie Claudine for the 5th goddamn time. The movie Claudine. Hot damn. That, that's not even a logical. That, even uses the movie 5 times. Claudine. James Earl Jones in the movie Claudine with the I forgot the actor's name in the movie. I've got the actress who played Claudine in the movie. You sit there and quote a 1970s movie to talk about social policy, to prove a point about social policy, when that social policy in the movie was outlawed in 1968. And then y'all talk about, well, Big J, you LBJ destroyed the black family. Let me say this right now. I know everybody's favorite topic is Lyndon Baines Johnson and the Great Society. I hate to tell y'all that, but the Great Society, I hate to tell you, if y'all have been talking about the Democratic Party for so long, I hope you know the Great Society is nothing more than the New Deal repackage. So if the New Deal, and yes, the fair deal, there was a New Deal. Yeah, Diana Carroll, thank you. So Diana Carroll, 1974. Yes. Well, you misspelled the name, but yeah, I know you know Diana Carroll. Thank you so badly. So you sit there and wait a minute, I forgot where I was about to say. Oh yes, oh yeah. Using the movie Claudine, the plot of the movie Claudine was outlawed already. 6 years before the movie Claudine, 6 years before Claudine was made, was released on theaters, right? It was already the movie, that policy, that government policy was outlawed by the Supreme Court. You're about 5-6 years too late. That's why though y'all can't debate me on shit. That's why y'all tried to get rid of me. That's why Anger Man tried to get rid of me. That's why Obsidian tried to make me into a joke. That's why BIGJXXX tried to get me out the way. Y'all cannot debate me, because all y'all do is, all this is about is collecting money off the pains of other people. See, I came to teach, not debate. I only debate who my equals are. I'm gonna say it too. Don't sit there and call yourself intellectual when you're not intellectual, when you just parroting off what somebody else says. A real intellect will form opinions by him or herself. A real intellect will form this opinion based on what he or she study, and if there is some new information, that intellect will have to be honest enough to include new information. But anyway, back to that, and that's what y'all failed to do. Y'all don't want to admit the no fault divorce laws by Ronald Reagan in 1967. Y'all don't want to talk about the state government under Ronald Reagan that actually put quote unquote black men out on the street on welfare. Y'all don't want to admit that Nelson Rockefeller did that in New York. Y'all don't want to admit Hugh Scott in Pennsylvania was doing that too. So for y'all to sit there and talk about this is only the liberals, this is only Democrats. No, Republicans had their hand in it too. Conservatives had their hand in it too. Stop lying. you are repeating other people's perspectives. You don't have an opinion on your own. Y'all only repeating what other people tell y'all. Y'all only repeat what somebody else says, and y'all just thinking what they're saying is powerful. No, it's not. It's just bullshit, and y'all don't want to admit it. So, oh yeah, and let's talk about this LBJ and the Great Society. Well, the Great Society destroyed the black community. Really? Did it? So you're saying that the war on poverty was actually destroyed? Now, I may be more liberal on this. I might be a little bit more liberal on this, but I kind of agree with the war on poverty. Because if government makes policies that make other people impoverished, I think government should be the ones that take people out of poverty if they're making people impoverished. That's how I look at it. If the government is creating policy to make people impoverished, I think it's the government job to get them out of poverty. So therefore, though, I do agree with Lyndon Johnson's Great Society program, but to a point. But y'all said the Great Society was destroying the black community. Well, therefore, if that's true, then the Great Society program is nothing more than a remake of the Fair Deal. The Fair Deal was a 1940s Harry Truman program, which was also a offshoot of Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal. So the Fair Deal was supposed to expand the New Deal into other sectors of the American life that the New Deal left out, like black people, Hispanics, and so forth. And when Lyndon Johnson came to office, he expanded the New Deal to black people and Hispanic people. So by that logic, wouldn't white America would be destroyed in 1930s and 1940s by Franklin D. Roosevelt? Wouldn't if we gonna blame government policy alone, if we're gonna blame the quote unquote the Great Society, wouldn't that same policy destroy the white community or the Hispanic community at the same rate? No, what happened was government monetary policy did. Trade policy did. Right, right, right. It is a good see you can't blame LBJ when LBJ's policy LBJ was trying to finish the job of Franklin Roosevelt. If you see, let me say so. I know where the Johnson Library is at. If you read his papers, he said the Great Society is he's trying to finish what FDR was trying to do. That was his policy. That was the whole idea. That's what JFK's the New Frontier policy was trying to do. JFK was doing the New Frontier. The New Frontier died. The New Frontier ceased to exist in 1965 when LBJ was inaugurated for his own, when he won the term for his own right. So don't even try that bullshit about that was the Great Society did it. No, it was governmental policies, monetary policy, and trade policies, because black people was working regardless. Black people was working regardless of the Great Society. In the Midwest, in the North. Now, I'm gonna say it right now. In the North, black people was working. The Midwest, the Northeast, black people was working. The West Coast too. The only problem was the Great Society did help out black people who were in the South, though. That's what the Great Society did. It helped black people in Georgia, in Florida, in Texas, down here. Because he was looking at it where most of your impoverished black people were at. They was in the South. They was the one making any money. Most of your factories was in the Midwest. You gonna have to put things into perspectives. The New Deal still exists. The New Deal still exists. Even Dwight Eisenhower, who some of y'all was in the chat room, and let me say it right now, some of y'all in these chat rooms are talking about how good Eisenhower was. Wait a minute. If you actually study your history and actually read up on their platform, Eisenhower was no conservative. He wasn't. Eisenhower believed in the New Deal. Yes, Dwight Eisenhower, Republican, campaigned on continuing the New Deal when he ran as a Republican. See, again, y'all got to stop acting like though the problem is with y'all want to make things too simplistic. Y'all want to make things too simplistic when the conditions in America is so complicated. There were so many moving parts in American society. In a society like the United States, there are several moving parts. Okay, yeah, but here's okay. Black Lives Matter. Eisenhower was like a moderate Republican. Yeah. If you, I'll tell you what you do. Go look up the 1952 Republican primary. Eisenhower ran against Robert Taft, and Robert Taft was a Republican from the state of Ohio. He was the son of President Taft, and President Taft, like his son, were very conservative. Taft wanted to get rid of the fair deal. He wanted to get rid of the New Deal. He wanted to go right back to things were before 1929. If you actually read the campaign, the campaign between Taft and Eisenhower in the election of 1952, and that's part of the reason why Taft lost, because the Roosevelt the New Deal was still popular, even among the Republican Party. The Democratic policies was also popular in the Republican Party. So basically during the 40s and early 50s, it was mainly about personalities. Elections were more about personalities rather than about policy. How are things simplistic? So Savali said how things are so simplistic. Well, let me tell you how. Okay, let's use a thing called let's talk about um a lot of things we talk about or complain about or debate about. It actually becomes a bumper sticker argument. A lot of these arguments we have is bumper sticker. It's being condensed to two words like pro-life or pro-choice. Um, well, if you're pro-choice, you must be pro-abortion. Not necessarily. Um, I'm pro-life. I mean, that means though I'm anti-abortion. Not necessarily. There are the world is not built on black and white. The world is built on grays. Yes, the memes are the new the bumper sticker slogan. The Republican Party was the Republican Party isn't racist, or the Democrat Party is racist. I mean, you're hearing these talking points. I'm like, no, they're racist in both political parties. I mean, David Duke ran as a Republican in 1988. He ran for president in 1988. He also ran for governor of Louisiana in 1990 or 91. I forgot what year it was. As a Republican. So are we going to sit and talk about the Republican Party is not racist? And let's also talk. Let me say this too. We got we need to sit there and yes, exactly. But the problem is though we actually become a society. We actually become a society that don't think for itself. I actually understand something now. And I think and I knew this was going to happen during the whole what happened on January the 6th, what happened in the riots, the summer of 2020, Portland, Oregon. We have become a society that don't think for ourselves. We don't. We don't think for ourselves. Like the word Black Lives Matter. Yes, Black lives do matter. But when somebody said the word Black Lives Matter, it means something else. It's a bumper sticker argument. When somebody says, well, I'm for, I'm trying to be fair here. Let's say somebody said they're for gun. No, let's say, okay, I'm gonna use myself. I'm gonna use myself on here. I am very pro Second Amendment. I'm very pro Second Amendment here, right? But I am against this idea of constitutional carry. This idea of constitutional carry. I think constitutional what a people phrase as quote unquote constitutional carry. Uh, I think that's a bad thing. But I'm pro Second Amendment. That doesn't mean though I want to take away people's guns away. I'm just against the idea that any Joe bloke can have a gun. Anything. Well, look. No, so Vayla, you are a sweetheart. That's why you a sweetheart. That's why I don't want to offend you. Anyway, go ahead. Anyway, where was I at? Yeah. I mean, I don't. Saying though you're pro Second Amendment doesn't mean though I want Constitution to carry. No, I think the Constitution says a well regulated militia. But wait a minute, it says regulated, and me being a man, a human being, if I have the right to self defense, I'm acted upon on a self defense, then therefore I'm part of a militia, quote unquote, defending a community. Because that's the basis of a militia. That's the basis of a militia was supposed to do: defend a community, their local community where they're at. That's the first thing. The first mission of a militia, a legal militia, was supposed to be about defending one's own community. Well, it says in the Constitution, a well-regulated militia. Well. I shouldn't be having a nuclear bomb. You're right. I should not have a bazooka. You know why? Because my careless actions might blow up a block, two, 3 blocks. Yeah, behold the pale horse. Look, I've been hearing about that book. I heard Bill Cooper was talking about that on Coast to Coast AM. I heard Bill Cooper was talking about that in Coast to Coast AM about a few years ago. So I'm no stranger to Bill Cooper, but I heard about it. So the problem is all the unregistered guns. Right. Well, uh that's not even my issue. That's not even my issue. You know, unregistered guns is a problem. Yes, it is a problem. But my issue is I don't want I don't want a psycho having the right. I don't want somebody who has a I don't want a person who has dementia getting a gun. I don't want somebody who has a mental illness having a gun. I want nobody who has Alzheimer's getting a gun, because a person who has Alzheimer's, they don't know who you know. If you ever talk to somebody who has Alzheimer's, they might know you one minute, and the next minute they might not know who you are. So you could be walking in the house, they might thinking, well, hey, there's a stranger walking in the house. You know? So I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying. The point I'm trying to make is, you know, people want to go to the extremes with certain phrases. People want to go to extremes with uh uh certain words while actually sitting down and analyzing what somebody's actually saying. You know, and that's the problem I have with some of these so-called groups online. I cannot believe that I was called a feminist. Well, you know, I'm not. I do. You know, it doesn't phase me. But I used to get mad when somebody called me a feminist. You know, I'm like whatever. Now I'm kind of like whatever, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyway, I said enough. But I'm gonna say it right now. Y'all gonna have to, if y'all going to debate me. Oh, better yet. This is to hood conservative, dude. Do not issue out an open challenge to anyone, and then don't know what, expecting a victory, expecting somebody to give you, you know, um, um, expecting that like you was going to clean my clock because you didn't. RBR is screen sharing you right now on his channel. Really now, RBR. Well, I'll tell you what, RBR. How about you, RBR? How about you, RBR? Uh, go to my channel and come up in here. And here's the thing, Sovelli. Here's the thing, Sovelli. It is this. It's this right here. There are multiple waves of feminism. Feminism is a very vast movement. You know, you got your first wave, your second wave, your third wave. You know, you have the liberal feminists, you have the radical feminists, you have the sex positive feminists, you got the no sex feminists. The sex positive ones are ones that say women should be sexually free. You got the ones who are, you know, that and third. So yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna hang this up. You know, I've been here for 59 minutes. So if an RBR wants to show up over here, you know what? I'll show up where he's at. If he got a problem, I'll show up at RBR's channel right now. Anyway, like, share, subscribe. I got maybe two. I got interview coming up, and I got 2 or 3 other interviews I'm doing. I'm a going to another the path with this channel. Like, share, subscribe, and also donate to my donate to my Cash App, and my Cash App is $ BIGJ YT. BIGJ YT. That's my Cash App. I'm out of here. Hold on. Is there a link? You want on? Okay, hold on, RBR. Well, okay, RBR. If this is you, show up then. And let me do this real quick. Let me do this real quick here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, RBR, show up. Okay, RBR, show up.
It's in there.
Okay, RBR, what's going on?
No, not too much. These motherfuckers need to read the terms of service, these Nazis and these fucking coon-ass niggas. You know, we can't stop using, we got to stop using the Kevin Samuels business model. Why? Kevin Samuels' business model is to get $45,000 a year and then lie that he's making millions. YouTube's business model is to have 3.7 million black content creator channels and make $11.4 billion in advertising every year. That's a better business model than just lying about how much money you're making because they promoting you because you're a gay dude selling heterosexual advice to black fools dumb enough to take heterosexual advice from a goddamn gay dude. So please stop
RBR.
that.
RBR, do you know that Kevin Samuels is suing people now for homophobic
well, that's illegal because
slander?
First of all, yeah,
slander about his sexuality,
right? But the blues, no, shut up, please.
He is actually suing.
God,
wait, stop, hold on, RBR, but you on my channel, dude.
I know. I don't give a fuck where I am. 2 + 2 is 4. It should be 4 here too. It's 7 here.
Yes.
Kevin, you can't sue somebody. You can't be gay and then sue somebody for calling you gay. No, that's not slander. To prove slander, look it up. God damn.
It is slander if
look it up, nigga.
If somebody's sexuality is
go
not
to your
true.
Fucking, would you go to your goddamn share screen and put it up and look up the word slander, you fucking idiot? Look it up. Look up the word. Would you look up the word, you dumb fuck?
Why do I have to look up the word slander?
Because you obviously don't know what the fuck it means. It means that to prove slander, you have to prove 2 things.
Why are you trying to bustle me on my channel? YouTube,
because it's not about your channel. It's about the motherfuckers who you are lying to.
Channel.
I know. I don't care whether or not it's the goddamn channel. You're a coon.
A grown ass.
You're not.
A grown ass man is on YouTube channel.
Right. Who's too ignorant to read the terms of service. Who's too dumb to read the definition of the word slander. Slander.
Why are you so angry at BIGJ?
I'm not angry at your stupidity. All right. Well, anyway, he can't sue anybody for slander. Why? He can't sue anybody for slander because 1,
yes, you can. Yes,
he's gay. 2, he can't prove that being gay hurts him with the gay community. How come? Because they're gay too. So there's no malice involved. I told Kevin Samuels that girl couldn't sue him.
If you laying down pipe to women,
average.
And you got to touch. There's no proof he's not laying down
pipe to women.
If he's not touching a man,
he's got a man in his bed.
If there is
shut up, there is proof. There's a proof of a man in his bed. Would you stop it? There was proof of a
If
man
there
in his
is,
bed.
if there's
There
no
was proof.
proof,
That was a man. Shut up. That was the
why,
proof. That was a man. I
why
told
you
Kevin.
pissed off at
I
Big
told
J
Kevin. All
on
right, I'm out.
YouTube?
Thank you for having me,
Need
man.
to
I'm
stay.
gone. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having somebody that was telling.
Don't you run from Big OJ on his own show. Here to stay. Big J's here to stay. Why won't you, since you here, talk money? How about you go on? Who is Serbian Strong? Get out of here. Get out of here, Serbian Strong. Get out of here. You ain't welcome on here because we know what happened last time. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Why did you run away from Big OJ? Because you're triggered. Okay, Serbian Strong. Prove it. Prove it. No. I never heard of you, Serbian Strong. So I never heard of you. So I can't put you on. I'm sorry. Maybe next time. Maybe next time. Yeah, the video of the dude sleep on the video is weird though. Hey, look. Am I saying he's gay? Nope. I mean, my see again, people need to, we got to say this one more again. If we don't see him sleeping in bed with another dude, we don't see him holding hands with the other dude, therefore by that logic, we can't sit there and say, no, sorry, sir, Strong, I don't know who you, I don't know who you is. I'm sorry, dude. I don't know who you are. I don't. Since what happened last for the last 2 weeks, I can't do that. I'm sorry. May you be next time, okay? If you never met new people, you'll never expand your own. Well, yeah. And Serbian Strong, you are right. You're right though. But given what happened to me 2 weeks ago, and given what happened to me last month, and given what happened to me the prior month, no, I'm sorry. I can't put people, because how people like to, they want to fuck up everybody else's channels up. I ain't gonna allow that shit to happen. Yeah, but my thing is, the point I'm gonna say is this. Agent 245, why are you trying to join in? You already got problems, so you already got a problem with me anyway, Agent 245. Thank you. So Serbian, maybe next time we will talk. Well, right now I can't do that right now. I'm trying to wrap this up. Trying to wrap this live stream up because I don't got no battery power left. Anyway, that was funny. Oh, what's going on in real life in cyberspace? What's going on in real life in cyberspace? Oh, I'm gonna say something to you, real life in cyberspace. Avoid that sector over there. Avoid them sorry individuals at that other sector. I'm just telling you right now. I'm just telling you right now. Avoid them people at that sector because every time, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm I think though you already know. I think you already know. I wouldn't fuck with them. That's why though you don't see me going over there. Plug in your advice. Hold on. Maybe it is plugged in, Savelli. Well, it is plugged in. Hold on. Okay. Well, it's showing though it's plugged in. So that's what I'm saying. It's not charging. No. Oh no. I'm in my truck right now. I'm not. I'm no. I'm away from a power. Away from a plug though. So yeah. if I had to go back though, I have to I have to go back in the house and plug things up though. But I'm just out here. I'm just out here, I'm out here in the parking lot, and I'm just out here just laughing my ass off about last night because that shit was funny over there at TT Potts channel. Y'all can't debate Big J. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all can't debate me on shit. You can't sit there and talk about, oh, Big J, no, dude. Back to Hoodservative. No beef. I got no beef with Hoodservative. I got no beef with him. But brother, you got to have your facts. You got to have your information. You got to have your notes. Don't call out for a debate. And if I show up and I'm giving you laws, I'm giving you studies, I'm giving you law studies, charts, graphs, statements, authors, books, giving all that shit I was sitting on your lap and you still getting mad about that? Dude, don't do that, dude. And you won't use the movie Claudine. Come on, bro. Don't, bro. See, it's no longer about it's no longer about debating anymore. It became I was expecting a debate, but then though it turned out to be I was teaching instead of debating. Are you a Kevin Samuels follower? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not a Kevin. You know what? I'm gonna find that clip between myself and Kevin Samuels. I gotta find that clip between myself and see Kevin Samuels and I had a problem about 2-3 years ago. Me and him got into it about 3 years ago. This was when he was selling the perfume, when he was doing the perfume and cologne shit, when he was doing the neckties and clothes, right? Oh, it's in it's on my other channel. It's on my other channel though. Renaissance Woman has a sound clip between myself and Kevin Samuels. And I told them people, listen, Kevin Samuels is not competing against women. He's competing against younger black men. I keep on saying it. He's competing against younger men. He's not competing against women. He's not bashing women. He's using the bashing. He's quote unquote. I say quote unquote bashing women to make a point, but he's talking about black men on the back end. Y'all don't see that. And now though, what happened this week when he called out the brother talking about black women are the enemy. He called old boy out. He been doing that for years. Y'all just now noticing shit. He been doing that shit for years. Men need young women. Okay, Savelli. Describe a young woman then. What does hold on? Let me see how much time of this battery I got left. Hold on. I got 31% of the battery left. Let me say this. A 52-year-old man should not expect to marry an 18-year-old girl. Because that's what he wanted. The dude's 52 years old. He wants an 18-year-old woman. But, and this is what he told, this is what started off the beef between myself and Kevin Samuels. Because I said this, look, well, you have a 19-year-old daughter though. But you turn around and said though you don't want your 19-year-old daughter to marry the guy over the age of 40, but yet you being over the age of 50 wanting an 18-year-old girl. See, there is a problem. You're being hypocritical. On that and that's all me and him got well, me and him kind of had a little problem. And that happened on Renaissance Woman's channel back in October. I never know an old man that compete with young men. Well, that's what he's doing. He's look. Why you think though, man? He went after old boy talking about what was the size of your phallus. Why did he ask old boy the size of his phallus? You know why? He wasn't doing that to be gay. He was doing that to sit there and say, "Well, my dick is bigger than yours, and I can get your woman." That's what he's really saying. That's what he's actually saying though. It's plenty women for all men, not necessarily. Well, I'm sorry about that, Savelli. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. But you know, you know, he's actually competing against younger men for the access of younger women. That's what he's doing. Even what's his name? Big Mike. Big Mike from what's that channel called? Mag City. Mac City channel. Mac City Lessons channel. Or no, wait a minute. I'm sorry. It's Mac City Limits. Mac City Limits even agreeing with Kevin Samuels on that because in their minds is okay. Older men has wealth, younger women has beauty. So because of the wealth and the beauty, it's optimal performance because the children of the younger man, the younger woman and the older dude man produce children that have more wealth. But my issue is most younger women wants men around their age. That's not going to happen. And most women who are 20, 30 years old, they're not trying to get with no 50-year-old man because the 50-year-old man got 30 years. 20 years at least. 20 years of she's not going to raise no child by herself. And then they'll talk about women going to die alone. Well, wait a minute. You're going to make that woman die alone anyway because you're 55 years old. She's 18. Well, let's do the math. You're going to leave her with while she's still young. See, they don't look in them types of terms. They don't. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. Like, share, so subscribe. I might come back on here within the next 2 hours because I got shit to do. So I might come back on here within the next hour or so, 2 hours or so. So if y'all still up, or if Mo Reed's doing a live stream, if Mo Reed's doing a live stream tonight, I might show up over there. If RBR is doing a live stream, I might show up over there. So anyway, like, share, subscribe, and good night to you, Sovelli. Shout out to Pure Butterfly Spirit. Shout out to Silent. Shout out to Real Life in Cyberspace. Shout out to Black Light Reservation. Shout out to Buster Free Jones, of course, I guess. Shout out to Mansplain. Hey, shout out to him too. Shout out to you too, man. Shout out to you. Anyway, shout out to Wacky too. Shout out to Wacky World. And let me see what else. Oh, shout out to the lovely Carolina. What's up, Carolina? What's up, girl? Shout out to you and shout out to Lowcast. I see you peeping. And you know what, Carolina? I want to be on your live stream again. I want to be on your live stream again, Carolina. know, with your fine self. Anyway, I'll see y'all next time. I'm out of here. Peace. I'm out.